Hello, my name is Duko Alex. I'm here with a guest who has come to discuss about UDSF. UDSF is an abbreviation for Uganda Deaf Sports Federation. So I'm having the vice president here and we are going to discuss about UDSF. So tell us what's your name and who are you? My name is Julius. I am the vice president for UDSF. Thank you. My name is Kafero. I am the general secretary for UDSF. So, when did UDSF start? Can you tell us some background information about it? What do you do? What's your mission? What's your vision? Can you tell us about that, please? UDSF started in 2012. At that time, we voted executive leaders. But we can recall that long time back, there was an old federation which collapsed because the leaders went away. So that time, the federation had to collapse. So in 2012, we again elected new members and then started building the federation. We elected the executive and it's running up to now. So the responsibility for UDSF is being the deaf sports umbrella for Uganda. So we discuss the issues about deaf sports and we present them to the government. So now, David, we see there is a workshop here. What is that happening? So there is a workshop here. We are training the rugby association leaders. The objective is to build their capacity so they are able to develop their skills.
Thank you so much. My name is Fortunate Irankunda, Rugby League Director, Rugby League Uganda. I'm so glad that I'm here today. And this is capacity building organized by Uganda Deaf Sports Federation, sponsored by National Council of Sports. So today we are here to develop our minds, and I'm so glad that the rugby league players from different regions, representatives from different clubs, are here today to learn on how we can keep on managing our rugby league programs and how we can actually grow rugby for the deaf. So it's been there existing. We've started with the Tag Rugby Trust program, with the Wales Rugby League Academy. We've advanced into the contact version, and I'm so excited because the rugby deaf people have actually played rugby league, and they were also involved in the national championship for rugby league in last month, the 3rd of June. Yeah, thank you.
So this workshop is focused on the member associations, and there are 5. There's a football association, volleyball association, basketball association, rugby association, and the athletics association. So the first workshop was for the football association, which took 2 days. Then after that, volleyball came also. So each association has 2 days. So most of the topics are generally the same, but there are some specific topics focused on each association. For example, the volleyball association, they have their own specific topics. But all the topics for the capacity building are not the same. So you can see each association has its So now, so you have association members in your federation who work with UDSF. Now, how do you support them to work with the government? So now, UDSF has member associations there, and there are many of those associations. So our work is to connect them with the government. So we discuss with them, and then we get more ideas of what they want to do. And then also us as UDSF, we collect our own ideas and what we do, what our programs are. So we contribute everything and put it together and then submit it as one voice. So different associations have been coming to the workshop. So what next after? So we expect them to finish learning and then they go and become active. So we are teaching them about capacity building, partnership, advocacy and fundraising. So they are going to go out there and then they start to implement what they have learned. For example, they can be able to get their own funds instead of over-depending on UDSF. Just like you see, UDSF cannot depend on government alone for funds. So they want also members to have a way to fundraise on their own. Maybe, for example, there are international level competitions. So those associations can be able to raise their own funds to go and participate. So what's the future of the sports? So I am seeing that in the sports there are a lot of challenges. I've heard from many of them. So we as UDSF, we want to see how to solve those problems. So an example is, you see deaf people. Most times they play sports in a volunteer way. But when you look at the hearing community, for them, they practice professional sports. But for deaf people, for a long time, it has been about volunteering. Many times they go for competitions. Maybe in Gulu, they have to pay for their own transport. They have to spend for their own accommodation. So we as UDSF, we feel touched by this. So we want to sort out this problem so that deaf people stop to depend on their own pockets to undertake sports activities. We want to lobby the government to give us some money so that we can be able to support deaf sports associations to practice professional sports. Not for deaf sport associations to be able to spend their own funds from their own pockets to participate in sports activities. So we want them to practice sports like a job. So now when you come and play football as a volunteer, then again you go and do another job for money. So it becomes so difficult. For example, when they come together for 3 days sports activities, they get some small money and they share that little. That cannot help their families. For example, when they go for sports competition and they share just 100,000 shillings, it cannot help them. So it's good if they can practice professionally so that they are able to get enough money and good payment so they can be proud with their families. So we want companies, just like you see FUFA, those companies should support deaf sports for at least 5 years. Because deaf sports, just like hearing sports, so they are all equal. So we cannot say that the sports put aside. No, all of them must come together. So we have always seen deaf people going for sports competition internationally in different areas, different countries have been participating in international sports. But Uganda, they have not been having participation. Why is that happening? So this is a good question. For the sports international level, they have been happening. Uganda has not been participating in a lot of those sports. Only a few. For example, sometime back in Kenya, Uganda was there represented. Also in Poland, there were athletic competition for international level, and Uganda participated. But for football and other sports, we have not been participating. But actually, this depends on the availability of funds. So if funds are there, we can take teams to participate. But if there are no funds, we cannot send teams there. So we, as UDSF, we have been trying to lobby the government to give us some funds so that we send representatives on those competitions. But it has been so hard, so complicated. Sometimes we just lucky to get support from some associations who support our athletics to go and participate in sports. So we ask them to support at least 1 or 2, and then they say, yes, we can do this. So they recommend us, and then we support them, and they go. So September, there is a competition in Kenya again. So we are looking for funds. Also, we want the deaf athletics team to look for their own funds, and then
yes, when you ask me that, I would actually put it like it's an insult, because I have got deaf rugby players who are actually actively playing. We have those who are involved in the championship at club level, regional level, and they even played with the hearing the final matches, our maiden championship finals, which was held the 3rd of June. Deaf people are actually talented. For you, when you're out there and you're not involved with them, you don't know how good they are. They catch so fast and they are so keen. They look, they analyze, and they make decisions. I am very certain they can be great rugby league players. They can be great rugby players. Actually, when I speak of rugby, there are 2 different codes. So we have the rugby union and we have rugby league. So we have one who is playing rugby union. He's called Mubiru Mubarak Isaac. He's playing for the Mongas Rugby Club. He's playing in 7s, he's playing 15s. He's a great player. Then I have got a bunch of rugby league players. Everyone who is in this house is a rugby league player, and they have shown the capacity. And as I can speak, our National Academy for Rugby League that is being established soon has got one deaf player in particular. It's called Aramanzan. He's from Uganda. He's an elderly man, but trust me, the experience that he has is so great. I trust them, I believe in them, and they are talented. They can make a great team for Uganda. And they can even be mixed in the hearing. Because I've done so, I have proof that they can play with us.
So in future, our plan is to see how to start a range, and also our plan is to go in schools and pick out deaf people and mobilize them. So my message to the public is that now it's time for us to work. It's serious time for work. Time for drama is over. So I'm asking you deaf people and your association, please try to cooperate with UDSF. If you are not cooperating, then it's hard to develop deaf sports. So the key issues is to work together. If we cooperate and work together, other things will become easy. So